Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank. I'll be. Listen, I just read the funniest thing. That's why I'm going what the fuck right now. Listen, I read. Well, I've read several news stories because I don't make the news. I read the news. Um, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank. I'll be sitting here talking to you. And as usual, I'm wearing clothes. Now, listen, I just read. There's this like Texas deputy. She's a female. She's a woman. She's I don't know why her age matters, but she's 34 years old, and she was fired from her job because she was using her boyfriend's taser because her boyfriend's a cop. She, she was using her boyfriend's taser on her kids. Like the cop taser, like the one that shoots the that shoots the whatever wires, the wires at you and it shocks you. Yeah, she was using that on her kids. That that is great. That is great. Like imagine being a kid and like whatever you talk back to your mom. She pulls out a cop taser and like shoots you from 12 feet away. That is awesome. That is fucking awesome. I don't know. I like this woman. 34 years old. Sick of those kids. Just sick of the kids. Pulls out a taser. Now, I don't know if there's a difference between a taser a regular citizen can buy and is the cop taser like 20 billion times stronger? I don't know. Because I've seen crazy videos of cops using a taser on someone and it doesn't even like phase them. Like the guy just like rips it out basically. But then I've seen videos where like someone gets tased and they die. So I mean, I've seen extremes on both. But I mean, imagine being a child with a mom like that, knowing that she'll use a taser on you. Okay, it's like, dude, I said bedtime is 8 o'clock. Those kids, those kids probably go to bed at 6. If bedtime is 8, they're in bed at 6. Trust me. Those kids probably eat all their vegetables. Those kids probably eat the neighbor's vegetables. Okay? There's no talking back in that house. You like if you had a mom like that and you're whatever, a little kid, you probably don't even leave your room. And then like your mom will tase you because you don't leave your room enough. It's I don't know, like you can't win. All the chores are done. don't don't even have to ask. The chores get done like so well. The kids actually know how to rotate the tires and change the oil in the car. You know, got your 9-year old mowing the lawn, cleaning out the gutters. And I like how the boyfriend didn't didn't stop her. Just let it happen. Hell, this sounds like the kind of woman that's well, obviously, if you're dating her, you're pussy whipped. I mean, come on, she's tasting children, and you're not doing anything about it. So like, there's some major stuff going on. That's just awesome. That's just awesome. I don't know the details of the story because I don't care. I just like the headline. Woman tasers kids with cops with cops boyfriends taser gun. Here's the thing. Like there's several reasons why I don't care. First of all, she's Mexican. Listen, those kids probably aren't even citizens. Who cares? Probably came in here illegally because there's been millions of people crossing our border. She's probably one of those. The kids probably aren't even her. She probably bought them in some sex trafficking ring. That's why she's using them as target practice. Probably like not even her blood related kids. Who cares? But man, that's a great story. Like I want to be a fly on the wall in that house. I mean, I gotta be because like if those kids have been tasered more than twice, then they're fucking retards. Imagine being between the age of like 6 and 10 years old, and all of a sudden you're getting tased, and you still do the same thing that got you tased. Then, yeah, there's something wrong with you. I can't imagine being whatever 8 years old. I keep changing the age, but imagine being 8 years old, okay, and you do something wrong, and like your punishment is Mike Tyson punches you across the face. Like you'd never do that thing again. I'm assuming that's I'm assuming that's what it feels like, because that's the craziest punishment I can think of is having Mike Tyson hit you across the face, bare knuckle. That would probably kill you, guaranteed. I bet you if Mike Tyson punched you across the face, like right now, like Mike Tyson right now, as hard as he could, punch like an average person across the face, the person would die. I'm assuming the pain is the same as being tasered when you're 9. It's gotta be. Okay? So if you're a kid and you've been tasered multiple times, what's wrong with you? Like, are you get off the Xbox? She told you once. Why risk it? I mean, if you have to be told something more than once in a house that has a crazy Mexican lady who's like not throwing slippers at you but throwing tasers, yeah, first time's the charm. Probably drunken sangria and tequila, just tasing ghost. Who knows? She wakes the kids up by like tasing them probably. It's the taser is probably her only form of communication. She was raised in a single mother household, so she doesn't know the basics. Man, kids these days have no chance. You wonder why the youth of America cause all these problems. You wonder why 18-year-olds are shooting up schools and supermarkets. You know, they're raised like this. You know why the youth of America is streaming their is streaming their public shootings. Oh, I got a phone call. Hello? Yeah, sure. I'll be right there. Gonna have to put this on pause, people. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back from that really important phone call. Okay, enough of the mom who enjoys using her kids for target practice. In Texas, yeah, another story about children being put on a pedestal in Texas. There was and I'm not making this up, but this just shows you why. Another reason why our children have no chance. A child-friendly drag queen show was held at a Dallas gay bar. So there was a gay bar in Dallas who had a child-friendly drag show, and there were a bunch of kids in the gay bar, and they had drag queens in the gay bar. I don't I don't know what to say. Okay. Um. Okay. Well, basic rules. I thought any bar. I thought the age for a bar was 21. I think. I think. Well, either way, it's not 10. Okay. Also, looking at pictures of the children in the bar, all of the children, at least the ones I've seen, obviously their mom brought them there. Now I don't know if any of the men brought their kids there, but anyway, there's a lot of women. I mean, like there's a lot of dudes in here. Lots of drag queens in here, but there's lots of children, and it just looks really weird when there's a picture of a bunch of gay dudes, then other dudes in dressed like women, and then moms holding their kids, or kids just walking around, or kids holding hands of a couple of drag queens walking around. Like it's Groomerville. It's these kids have no chance. If you have a parent that thinks it's okay, okay, let's go back to the Wayback Machine. Imagine being 10 years old. Imagine being 9, 8, 7, 6. Imagine being between 6 to 10 years old, because that that's the age these children look like. Between 6 and 10. Okay, I see another person. That kid might be like 15. But anyway, listen. Imagine being between 6 and 10 years old, and your mom takes you to a gay bar where there's drag queens and gay dudes, and they're walking around dancing and you know just and then they have some kids who are that age dressed as drag queens too. Okay, what is wrong with people? What happened to the good old days where, like, when you had a kid, your main goal was to make sure that kid didn't turn out fat and didn't turn out gay, because you wanted the kid to have a normal life, you know? Because like, you don't want your kid to be fat, because that's health problems. You want your kid to have a long, healthy life, and then, like, you don't want your kid to be gay because just because, that's once again a life full of problems. You don't live a full life when you're a a I don't know how you say it, just one of those classes of people, like a marginalized class that is going to get just problems, hate, whatever, ridicule from other people, just because it goes against most people's religions, most people's beliefs. Like, why have a kid that's gonna be an outcast in society? You want your kid to have an easy life. I've talked to parents. I've talked to parents, and they've told me their main goal raising a child was at least, like, the minimum, to make sure he or she. I've had people who had daughters and sons say the same thing. They want a relatively physically fit child, and a child that is straight. That that is their minimum to feel like a successful parent. But this new generation, the generation that's raising all the mass shooters, apparently, they're they're trying to make their kids messed up. I mean, like, listen, I remember being 8, 6, whatever, but, like, I don't remember. I don't know how my mind would have been warped if I had parents that were taking me to gay bars and drag queen shows and dressing me up like whatever, Rainbow Bright, and having me walk around being led by a dude in his 30s who's dressed like a space alien and a trans prostitute. That's gotta mess up the kid. All those kids have left that gay bar messed up. What benefit do your kids get by taking them to a child friendly drag show at a gay bar in Dallas? Please explain the parenting to me. Like, I think I'd rather have the Mexican Taser mom raise my kids than these parents right here. I think it's safer. It might be safer to be raised by a Mexican Taser mom than an adult who thinks it's okay to take your child to a child friendly drag show at a gay bar. I know it's a tough choice, but I'd rather leave my child with a Mexican taser mom. Seriously, and I know it's a tough choice. Not really though. Now at this event, there were people protesting. You know, this is this is child abuse. You can't take a I keep changing the number, a child, 6 year old, a 7 year old, whatever. You can't take a child to a gay bar and try to groom them. So you have these people outside protesting, okay, holding up signs, like save our kids, stop grooming kids, you know, basic common sense stuff. I mean, you know, good good job. Okay, but of course you have people protesting the protesters. Okay, and guess what? Most of them are grown men in their late 20s and 30s who are supporting the little children being inside the gay bar. Okay, and a lot of them are well, most of them are wearing masks to cover up their faces, and they're getting physical with the people protesting because the people protesting are filming the stuff, to get evidence because it's horrible. And so the people in the mask who want the kids inside the gay bar are like getting physical, like shoving the protesters away, holding up their like rainbow flag signs, and basically it's okay to groom kids. And then like one of the protesters who want the kids to be banned from gay bars, like one of the sensible protesters grabs the mask off the groomers, and of course when the guy's mask come off, he he looks like a stereotypical child molester. Like it just looks like a you know guy in his guy in his 30s. I don't know, like maybe 50 pounds overweight. The 1,000 yard stare. Looks like he sits behind a computer all day pretending he's a 16-year-old girl so he can talk to 18-year-old boys. One of those guys. Anyway, the only good thing that came out of this though is that some, I don't know his name, but some Texas lawmakers are now trying to pass some legislation saying that kids can't go to bars. They're trying to pass some legislation so that, like, you can't have a child friendly drag show, which I'm glad, but like, you shouldn't even this shouldn't even have to happen for the government to get involved. You know, I was thinking our kids have no chance. Our kids have no chance, but at least it made the news, which put pressure on some government officials to make this illegal. And seriously, the owner of the bar or the bar whatever should lose its liquor license. Like, you can't have little kids in a bar. I mean, if you look at the scene, it's a straight out gay bar with like weird stuff on the wall, gay dudes and dudes in dresses, and some very proud moms who are trying to groom their kids, along with these bottom barrel people of society. Jesus Christ, our kids have no chance. Half the kids that went to this drag queen show, half of them are going to be school shooters. I bet the other half are going to be groomers themselves. Like, another crop of kids is just ruined. And if these kids were being taken to a drag queen show, to a gay bar by their parents, this isn't the first time it's happened. I'm sure they're doing other stuff. So all these kids are already lost. Still rather be raised by the Mexican taser mom, though. rather have a Mexican taser mom than a groomer mom. But anyway, that's the state of the world we live in. Good job, America. Anyway, I've said enough. I'll talk to you later. Peace.